It's great. I have Donovan Bankhead here. Thanks for joining us. He's done something we haven't seen a lot of this year, but I'm sure it's a dream. You're going to tell us all about it. You bought Springfield Music, so tell me about that.
Yeah, it probably takes a special kind of stupid to to do that during a global pandemic. But I bet a lot of people who, if anyone who's familiar with me, probably assumed that I already owned the business. And it's been kind of a unique situation. I came to Springfield Music almost 20 years ago. I had worked for Consumer as a district sales manager, and Springfield Music was one of my accounts. And then after being there about 5 years or so, the person who owned Springfield Music, Lee Coates, essentially kind of stepped back and more or less retired. He kind of had a role where he would look at our financials and just kind of, pay attention where the money's going and stuff. But outside of that, just didn't have any participation in the business. Really just didn't have it almost more like a chairman of the board type role. Wasn't making any kind of really daily decisions or anything. He left all that to me and my team, and so we have been running Springfield Music for well over a decade, and but he still owned it. And this year we started realizing, after we had kind of been doing okay, we'd heard from our banker that the SBA had a really great program where they would make the first 6 months of a payment of a loan for any new loan, and that kind of got our wheels spinning. And it wasn't just a 6-month deferment, but they were actually going to make the first 6 payments. And that, combined with our cash position because of the PPP loan that we were able to get, kind of put this in a spot where we felt like, we could probably do this deal this year, which we were, sort of surprised by. And so we started working towards that, I would say kind of late spring. And then finally closed on this past Tuesday, September 22nd. Wow. And so it's really exciting. It's kind of a subtle shift for our company, having a change in ownership, because our direction and everything still stays the same. It's still the same people that have been running it, and the same management team, and myself, Amanda Reuter, who's our VP of Finance, Misty Christek, who's our VP of Operations, and then a longtime employee and store manager, Mitch Berciers, is joining our team as a sales and marketing manager. And so it's the same kind of crew. But I'm looking forward to see what things happen for us in the future. And I think with the change in the ownership, certainly I think is going to be a subtle but significant shift in our business. And I'm excited to see what that looks like in the coming years. I don't know what it looks like, so I'm sure one of the questions you may ask is, hey, so what kind of changes? Like, beats me, not really sure. I think we're just kind of playing this by ear to see how it goes. Our plan right now is to continue with what we've been doing, which is, focusing our retail on guitar and guitar-related products, band and orchestra, and then also being a great source for lessons and repairs. And so our plan is to continue in those, doing more of those things.
Okay, great. Well, congratulations. We'll have to get you to write a story about all this stuff in the near future when this all you're all settled in there. So tell, what's included in the deal, though? I know you're not only Springfield Music. You have obviously you have other businesses there. So how does that shake out?
Yeah. So it's actually kind of interesting. We have 5 locations, and they have different names, because if we acquired a store that had a really storied brand name, we kept it. So in Springfield, it's Springfield Music, but in Joplin, Missouri, it's Ernie Williamson Music, which was started in 1935. So lots of legacy and history there. Our store in Shawnee, Kansas, which is a suburb of Kansas City, Kansas, that store now is called Ernie Williamson Music. And then we have a store in suburbs of St. Louis called Fazio's Music. and Mike Fazio started Fazio's Music in 1978, and it was one of the best guitar shops in the Midwest. So, a bunch of history there that we didn't want to, give up. And with the parent company name of Springfield Music, it doesn't really lend itself to, moving that name around different areas and stuff. So that's been part of a struggle. In terms of the transaction, what was really kind of interesting is because me and my team have been running the business for so long, we actually did a stock purchase, which is really, really rare. Most of the time, of course, when our businesses are bought and sold or asset purchases, and especially for retailers. But in our case, it just kind of worked out to everyone's advantage to do a stock purchase. And the great thing for me, of course, is, our company, our corporation was founded in 1989. And so we get to claim financials and history going back to that time period. And there's a lot of benefits for us. We don't really have any concerns about any legal liabilities or anything, because we've been running this company honestly and ethically, for the 20 years I've been here and even before. So we didn't really have a lot of concerns about that. Benefited the prior owner because he doesn't have any legal responsibility going forward. Plus there's some tax benefit to him for handling it that way. So in the right situation where someone's very familiar with the business, a stock purchase can be a really good way to go, and that's what we ended up doing.
Oh, good. Well, great. It's great to hear. And in fact, I think you were joking at the beginning that you're crazy to buy it right now, but I don't know. I kind of think I have a different feeling. I mean, you can tell me what you think, that this actually might be a good time to purchase things. Because it's a down and out industry, and then you could see a good future. I'm assuming if you're buying a business, you see good things ahead. So this could be a really good time actually to make a purchase. I mean, what do you think there?
Yeah, I agree with you. It depends on your mindset, right? Do you, if you walk out and see a bunch of manure, do you think there's a pony in the room, or do you, do you think everything sucks? And so if you're an optimist, like I tend to be, then yeah, I think now is a really good time. Money is very affordable. There's a lot of really good programs out there. There's a lot of distressed businesses out there. So there's great opportunity. And we've seen historically a lot of businesses really set the groundwork for major growth during these types of times. And so when the going gets tough, the tough truly get going. And I think the reason for that is, like, if you are in a strong position, either strong with the team that's running it, strong cash position possibly, you have some options there that wouldn't otherwise normally be available to you. And so you're able to do some things right now that maybe other folks can't do. And in our case, we had definitely got the right team in place. And, with the favorable options through the SBA and everything else, we felt like it was worth it. We've been successful this year in spite of certainly the biggest issue to ever confront our business in my working lifetime, and even in the previous owner's working lifetime. And that just gave me the confidence of whatever comes up, which I'm sure there's going to be more things to come up, that our team can figure out how to handle it and get us through it, and that eventually there will be better and brighter days. So, so we felt confident that we could do what needed to be done to keep our business going and to take care of the 120 roughly employees that we have and the thousands and thousands and thousands of customers that we have. We felt that we could do that.
Okay. I guess lastly, before I let you go, you mentioned before the interview started the rental business has been bad, but overall business you said has been good. So what has been doing well for you if the rental business has been a tough grind?
Yeah, I was telling someone earlier, I think for the first time in my career, I'm thankful that I'm in the guitar business. I've never said that before. I've always enjoyed guitars and stuff like that. But boy, this year, I think anyone who's a strong guitar dealer is likely doing really well. If you're not, then I'm curious of what's happening there. Matter of fact, if you're a strong guitar dealer and not doing well, please email me. I'd love to hear kind of why. So that part of our business has been going well. Our rentals that we have out have held up okay, which we're really thankful for that. Our rent-to-own plan, I think it's kept customers wanting to continue to make that investment. And kids play music at home or whatever. Our lesson program took a hit, but not as bad as what we had forecasted. And it's been very difficult to grow that back. We are offering online lessons, but the desirability and engagement for that hasn't been as high as normal in-person lessons. So we don't see us being able to build that back in return until something is settled with the virus. And then, new rentals for us are what's really down. And, I kind of mentioned to you, if there's anyone listening or reading this that is having a successful rental season, please email me, because I want to just know. Like, I want to know, like, is it something you did? Or is your area unaffected? Like, I just would love to hear it, because I haven't heard that. And in addition to Springfield Music, I've got a few other kind of things that I'm interested in and that I do, but I also have a coaching business, and I'm working and talking with retailers all over the place, and everyone seems to be having that struggle. So if someone's doing well in the rental game right now, like, email me at Donovan at springfieldmusic.com and tell me, because I want to know. I want to know what your secret sauce is.
Well, hopefully we got somebody. Yeah, the school season, I'm sure. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they need to be like retailer of the year if they if someone's growing their rentals right now. So.
They'll probably be awarded at the virtual NAMM Believe in Music event in January. If that's we'll hear about that. We'll know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But, okay, thank you, Donovan. I'll leave it there. But congratulations and everything, and good luck to you in the future. And hopefully we'll move past this at some point.
Awesome. Sounds great. Thanks, Brian.